Have you ever stopped to ponder the origins of Christmas? Where did this globally celebrated holiday truly originate from? These are questions that, while seemingly simple, open up a vast array of historical complexities and religious debates. Christmas, as we know it today, is a medley of traditions, beliefs, and practices that have been woven together over centuries. But what if we were to pull on a single thread of this intricate tapestry? What would we find at the other end? A possibility that might surprise many is a connection to ancient pagan practices, a time before the birth of Jesus Christ. Now, this might seem like a bold claim, but as we delve deeper into the labyrinth of history, the threads begin to unravel. We find ourselves in the era of Emperor Constantine, a time when Christianity was on the rise. A time when, in a strategic move, the emperor imposed the celebration of Christmas. But why? And how does this connect to the pagan roots we hinted at earlier? Moreover, if we turn the pages of the Holy Bible, we find no mention of Jesus, the supposed divine Son of God, instructing his followers to commemorate his birth. So where does the tradition of celebrating Christmas come from? Is it purely a religious practice, or does it bear the mark of political influence and cultural amalgamation? The term Christmas itself is a fusion of Christ and Mass, a significant ritual in the Catholic Church. But how did these two elements intertwine to form the celebration we know and love today? And what role did the various pagan practices play in this fusion? As we embark on this historical journey, we'll try to piece together the puzzle that is Christmas. We'll navigate through the tangled threads of history, religion, and culture to uncover the true origins of this globally celebrated holiday. Let's embark on a journey through history, retracing the evolution of this holiday and uncovering some controversial aspects. Long before the birth of Jesus, midwinter festivals were an integral part of early pagan traditions. This statement sets us on a journey back in time, to a world where the celebration of the winter solstice was a deeply entrenched custom. In the heart of the ancient Roman Empire, the festival of Saturnalia held sway. Dedicated to Saturn, the god of agriculture, it was a time of merriment, gift-giving, and feasting. Slaves and masters would switch roles, and businesses and schools would close. A spectacle of reversals and reprieve that seems to echo in our modern Christmas practices. A little to the north, in the lands of the Germanic peoples, the Yule was celebrated. The Yule log, a massive piece of wood, was burned in honor of the gods, to coax back the sun and ward off the dark winter days. This tradition persists today in the form of our Yule log cakes, a sweet homage to a time when fire was the only light in the darkest season. But how did these pagan customs find their way into a Christian holiday, you may ask? The answer lies in the strategic brilliance of a Roman emperor. When Constantine the Great converted to Christianity in the 4th century, he faced a dilemma. The empire was a melting pot of diverse cultures and religions, and he needed to unite them under the banner of his newfound faith. But how could he make Christianity appealing to the pagan majority? His solution was a masterstroke of political maneuvering. He chose to merge the Christian celebration of Jesus' birth with the existing midwinter festivals. This way, he could satisfy the pagan populace's love for their traditions, while subtly steering them towards Christianity. So, our beloved Christmas, with its twinkling lights, joyful carols, and gift exchanges, is not just a celebration of the birth of Christ. It's a tapestry woven with threads of diverse cultures and ancient traditions, a testament to humanity's enduring love for festivity and fellowship. Emperor Constantine, in a strategic move, merged these pagan traditions with Christianity, a decision that remains controversial to this day. Emperor Constantine, the first Christian Roman emperor, played a pivotal role in shaping Christmas as we know it today. Picture this, the early 4th century, a time when Rome was a melting pot of diverse religions and beliefs, a tapestry of traditions that often clashed. Sitting at the helm of it all was Emperor Constantine, a newly converted Christian, tasked with the monumental challenge of unifying his vast empire under one banner. And so, in his wisdom, Constantine saw an opportunity to blend the popular pagan celebration of the winter solstice, a festival in honor of the sun, with the birth of Christ, a figure revered by the growing Christian populace. He effectively imposed the celebration of Christmas, a term that combines Christ and Mass, referring to the Catholic celebration. Through this ingenious merger, Constantine hoped to create a common ground for all his subjects, fostering unity amidst diversity. But why the 25th of December, one might ask? Well, this date was initially associated with the pagan festival Saturnalia, a time when Romans would feast, exchange gifts, and celebrate the coming of longer, brighter days, a tribute to the sun. By aligning the birth of Christ with this widely celebrated event, Constantine ensured a smoother transition for his subjects, making the new Christian holiday more palatable to the masses. The political implications were far-reaching. This move not only strengthened Constantine's reign, but also solidified the position of Christianity as a major religion within the Roman Empire. In terms of religious implications, the introduction of Christmas helped to shape the Christian narrative, marking the birth of Christ as a significant event in the Christian calendar. Despite Constantine's efforts to merge these traditions, there's no biblical reference to Jesus, the divine Son of God, instructing his followers to celebrate Christmas. The practice of celebrating Christmas, as we understand it today, was largely a product of political and religious shifts during the reign of Emperor Constantine. However, the introduction of Christmas by Constantine has been a subject of debate among true worshippers. Despite the widespread celebration of Christmas as Jesus' birthday, there is no biblical reference to Jesus instructing his followers to observe his birth. This is a fascinating paradox, isn't it? The birth of Jesus, a pivotal figure in Christianity, is celebrated globally, yet there's no directive from Jesus himself about commemorating this day. In the New Testament, we find numerous accounts of Jesus' teachings, his miracles, his death and resurrection. But when it comes to his birth, the scriptures remain silent on its celebration. The Gospels of Matthew and Luke offer narratives about Jesus' miraculous birth, but they do not mention a specific date. The exact date of Jesus' birth remains a mystery, lost in the annals of time. Now, you might be wondering, if the Bible doesn't provide a date, how did December 25th become the day to celebrate Jesus' birth? Well, that's an interesting story. Early Christians didn't celebrate birthdays as we do today. Instead, they focused on Jesus' baptism and events they deemed of greater spiritual significance. However, as Christianity spread, the need for a distinct Christian identity became apparent. To strengthen this identity, church leaders decided to commemorate Jesus' birth. But when should this celebration be? They chose December 25th, a date that coincided with existing pagan festivals. This choice was strategic, aimed at easing the conversion of pagans to Christianity by allowing them to continue their familiar celebrations, only now under a Christian guise. So, Christmas as we know it today was not born out of a divine directive but rather strategic decision by early church leaders, a fact that has led to its rejection by some religious groups. Now, as we look at our Christmas trees and unwrap our presents, we can see Christmas in anew, the twinkling lights, the festive carols, the joy of giving and receiving. All these familiar aspects of the holiday season carry a rich tapestry of historical and cultural threads. The journey of Christmas, as we've explored, has been a fascinating one. From its roots in pagan celebrations of the winter solstice and the worship of the sun, to its adoption and transformation by the early Christian church under Emperor Constantine, it's clear that Christmas more than just a simple religious holiday. Emperor Constantine, in his quest to unify empire, merged pagan and Christian traditions. The celebration of the birth of Jesus, the supposed divine Son of God, was imposed upon the existing pagan festival. Yet it's important to note that Jesus himself never instructed his followers to celebrate his birth. The focus of his teachings was on love, compassion, forgiveness, and living a life of service. The term Christmas itself, a fusion of Christ and Mass, is a testament to this blend of influences. The Catholic Mass, a ceremony steeped in symbolism and ritual, is where believers come together to remember the life and teachings of Jesus. By combining this with the celebration of his birth, the Church aimed to create a powerful and unifying event. Yet, at heart, Christmas has always been a time of celebration, of coming together, of sharing joy and goodwill. Whether it's through the giving of gifts, reminiscent of the Magi's offerings to the baby Jesus, or the lighting of the Yule log, a tradition harking back to the pagan worship of the sun, the spirit of Christmas transcends religious boundaries. Christmas, a blend of paganism and Christianity, has evolved into a global celebration. However, it's important to remember that this blend is seen as idolatry by some. Yet, while Christmas is celebrated globally, it's important to note that not everyone views it in a positive light. The holiday's complex history and diverse influences have led to controversy and debate. For some, the pagan roots of Christmas make it a problematic celebration. They argue that the holiday's origins in solstice celebrations and its incorporation of pagan symbols, like the Christmas tree and mistletoe, are at odds with Christian beliefs. Furthermore, some religious groups, including certain sects of Judaism and others, view the celebration of Christmas as a form of idolatry, a deviation from their strict monotheistic faith. They argue that the focus on the birth of Jesus and the veneration of saints and idols associated with the holiday detract from the worship of God alone. In addition, there are those who feel that the commercialization of Christmas has overshadowed its spiritual significance, turning a sacred religious holiday into a consumerist frenzy. They argue that the true meaning of Christmas, whether viewed from a Christian or a more universal perspective, is being lost amidst the shopping, the parties, and the gift-giving. But perhaps what's most important to remember is that, like any tradition, Christmas is subject to interpretation. It means different things to different people, and that's okay. It's crucial, however, to respect these differing viewpoints, even as we celebrate in our own ways. So while Christmas may bring joy to many, it's also a source of controversy and disagreement among others. As we continue to unpack the history and evolution of this global celebration, let's strive to do so with empathy and understanding, acknowledging its many facets and the diverse perspectives that surround it. Having journeyed through the rich and complex history of Christmas, we hope you've gained a deeper understanding of this global celebration. If you found this video informative, we encourage you to hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. Your support helps us to continue creating content like this. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Torah Apologetics, for more enlightening videos. We delve into a variety of topics, exploring the intricacies of faith, history, and culture. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we release new content. We also invite you to follow our Facebook fan page, Torah Apologetics. Here we share exciting updates, engaging discussions, and additional resources for you to explore. It's a great way to stay connected and continue learning. Thank you for watching. Your support means a lot to us. Stay tuned for more enlightening videos from Torah Apologetics, where we aim to foster understanding and dialogue through knowledge. Remember, knowledge is power, and understanding is the key to unity.